I'm Becky Nunn with Nunn Design, and we're shooting with Artbeads here in the Nunn Design office in Port Townsend, Washington. And I'm going to be showing you how you can take hammered rings by Nunn Design and wire wrap them to make fabulous projects. To create this wire wrapped hammered ring, you're going to want to start out with a hammered ring. And what's so cool about these is that they come in 3 different sizes, and you can see the size on the center part right down in here, and this one so happens to be a size 6. They come in size 6, 7, and 8. You're going to need to have some wire, which is 24 gauge, a small little bit of your excess of your cup chain. You're going to want to have some cutting pliers and some needle nose pliers. To start, you're going to want to take your cup chain, and you're going to want to see what is it going to look like when it's attached. And you can decide on how long you want to make your cup chain. I like to have it just about 5 different cups on there. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and that's about the distance that it's going to cover. When trimming, you're going to want to make sure that that piece right there, I refer to it as the tongue. I don't know what its official name is, but you're going to want to pull tight and trim all the way down so there's not any little bit coming out. And then double check on your other side too to make sure. See, you can see there's a little bit of that tongue sticking out. That's what I was referring to. You're going to go ahead and try to trim off that. And if you want to, you can even take a little bit of epoxy clay and just kind of fill that hole. But I think it looks fine just like that. And that's what it's going to be like when we wrap it on. Next, we're going to measure out about a foot of the 24 gauge wire and cut off a piece. If you need more, you can always add on to it as we go. Taking your cup chain, you're going to start wrapping around the first end, tucking it through and pulling it taut. You can wrap it around twice. Let's see, that's how much we had that room for there. And then I'm bringing this first one up all the way because I don't want it to be underneath and get caught on my finger. And I'm going to be tucking this end down inside of that. And this is where I'm going to need to use my needle nose pliers. So you slightly bend it. And you do your best to tuck it underneath there. You can squish it together like such. And then you continue to wire wrap with the other end. So now I have 1, 2, 3 wires wrapped around and pulling taut. And then I'm ready to go on to my next gap in my cup chain. So I'm pulling it through, pushing it through with my thumb, and pulling it through with my other fingers, and moving it to the next gap. Pulling taut, pushing through with my thumb, pulling it out with my fingers. I've moved on to the third one. I'm almost halfway through. I'm wrapping it 3rd time. You see how I'm pushing it through with my thumb, threading it through. If I'm making this look easy, it's because I am. This is only the 2nd one I've ever made, so you're seeing the real deal here. We have 1, 2, and then this 3rd one, we're gonna pull through all the way. So now I have that even 3. And we're going to tuck under as we come up on the other side. And I can just tuck under with that long length if it works. But I think I'm going to trim some of mine off. Turn it around. And we're right back where we started from, where we tucked the first one under. I think I'm going to trim a little bit more. Using your needle nose pliers, you're going to tuck it back underneath that one. And there you have, oops, that little edge sticking out. And if you tuck it in, and then you have a fun wire wrapped hammered ring. Besides this great wire wrapped hammered ring that we made, here's some other examples of how you could make fun projects using the hammered rings. All the way from the simplicity of just adding on a simple little charm that dangles down. That's just so sweet. Here's another one where it's a very simple wire wrap, a pearl onto it using a bald head pin. Straight, all wire. I actually don't even remember how I made that, but it's cool. Here's another pearl one with a ball head pin just right down and through and wrapped on. Some other pokey things. And this one is using epoxy clay and colorizing resin, and it's made right into a hammered ring. This is Becky Nunn with Artbeads, and I hope you enjoy learning how to make this hammered wired ring.